Welcome back to JCarMania, the ultimate destination for muscle car lovers, performance car enthusiasts, and every gearhead who lives for raw horsepower and relentless speed. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated returns in the muscle car world, the 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Yes, you heard that right. The Boss is back, and it's not just a badge. It's a legacy reborn with modern muscle, precision engineering, and aggressive styling. So buckle up, because this review is going to unleash every detail about the new Boss 302's performance, handling, and interior feel. The Boss 302 is a nameplate that still echoes in the minds of American muscle car fans. First introduced in 1969, it was a track-bred monster with a high-revving 302 cubic inch V8 designed to dominate the Trans Am series. After several decades and a few revivals, Ford has once again decided to inject the Mustang lineup with a dose of old-school character fused with modern-day performance enhancements. The 2026 model takes everything that was iconic about the Boss name and amplifies it for a new generation of drivers who want more than just power. They want control, agility, and charisma. Under the hood lies the heart of the beast. A 5.0-liter naturally aspirated Coyote V8 engine, specially tuned and reinforced for high-revving action. But this isn't your regular Mustang GT engine. Ford engineers have gone to work on this block, tweaking the heads, camshafts, and intake manifold to deliver 500 horsepower at 7,500 RPM and 440 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM. This engine screams to redline with the kind of urgency that reminds you of the Boss's racing heritage. It's not turbocharged. It's not supercharged. And that's the point. This engine is all about throttle response, raw feedback, and delivering unfiltered power. What truly sets the Boss 302 apart, however, isn't just the power. It's how that power is harnessed. The car features a Tremec 6-speed manual gearbox that's been purpose-built for fast shifting and track abuse. Gear throws are short and mechanical, giving the driver a sense of complete control. The clutch is firm but manageable, and there's a dual-mass flywheel setup that ensures quicker rev matching on downshifts without being overly aggressive. This is a purist's transmission, and Ford made sure it doesn't cater to the faint of heart. There's no automatic option. If you want to tame the Boss, you'd better know how to row your own gears. Chassis and suspension tuning is another area where the 2026 Boss 302 makes its mark. Ford has equipped the Boss with Magnerite adaptive dampers that constantly adjust to road conditions and driver inputs. But for those who want more, the track package includes coilover suspension with full adjustability. The handling is tight, with a stiffer front sway bar and a rear setup that keeps the car planted through corners without sacrificing straight-line stability. It's a car that corners flat, remains predictable at the limit, and instills driver confidence whether you're on a back road or a racetrack. The brakes are equally impressive. The Boss 302 uses a Brembo braking system, with 15.5-inch rotors in the front and 14-inch in the rear, clamped by 6-piston calipers up front. Brake feel is linear, progressive, and inspires confidence even after repeated hard stops. Whether you're coming down from 140 miles per hour or trail braking into a tight bend, these brakes don't fade easily, and they're always ready to pull you out of trouble. Tires are a huge factor in how the car performs, and the Boss 302 doesn't compromise. Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires come standard on 19-inch forged aluminum wheels, giving the car tremendous grip on both dry pavement and the occasional damp surface. These tires wrap around lightweight wheels designed to reduce unsprung mass and enhance handling precision. Combine that with the electronic limited slip differential and advanced traction control system, and you get a muscle car that doesn't just go fast, it sticks to the tarmac like a true performance machine. Now let's talk about the exhaust note. There's no mistaking the Boss 302 when it fires up. The quad-exit active exhaust system gives the car a deep, guttural growl at idle and an absolutely feral scream as you climb toward redline. And here's the best part. You can adjust the exhaust tone through the drive modes. Want to keep it quiet for the neighbors? Switch to normal mode. Want to wake the dead and let your presence be known? Track mode opens up all the valves and lets the full V8 roar flow freely. It's an addictive sound, one that makes you want to keep revving, shifting, and repeating. Aerodynamics have also received serious attention. The Boss 302 features a functional front splitter, hood vents, and a rear diffuser, all of which are engineered not just for looks but for high-speed stability. A fixed rear wing comes with the track pack, generating just enough downforce to keep the rear end stable during high-speed cornering without adding unnecessary drag. Ford has also taken weight saving seriously. Aluminum fenders, carbon composite panels, and a stripped-back interior help keep curb weight down to around 3,650 pounds. It's not the lightest car in its class, but it's certainly among the most balanced. The weight distribution is a near-perfect 52/48 front to rear, giving the Boss 302 a neutral, planted feel through aggressive maneuvers. When it comes to acceleration, the 2026 Boss 302 hits 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.9 seconds. That's thanks in part to the short gearing and sticky tires, but also due to the engine's willingness to rev. The quarter mile comes in at just under 12 seconds flat, and the top speed is electronically limited to 170 miles per hour. These aren't just muscle car numbers, these are performance car numbers that rival European competitors, costing twice as much. The driving experience is raw, yet refined. You feel everything: the road texture, the engine vibrations, the feedback from the steering wheel. There's no artificial numbness here. The electric power steering has been retuned for improved response and heavier weight, especially in track mode. Every input you give is met with immediate feedback. It's a car that demands driver involvement and rewards skill with sheer exhilaration. Now let's take a moment to talk about the interior. While performance is the main focus of the Boss 302, Ford hasn't completely neglected comfort and tech. Step inside, and you're greeted with Recaro bucket seats wrapped in suede and leather, offering excellent lateral support during spirited driving. These are manual seats to save weight, but they're well contoured and surprisingly comfortable for long drives. The steering wheel is wrapped in Alcantara, with a red centering stripe and contrast stitching that matches the car's aggressive theme. The digital instrument cluster is a 12.4-inch display that changes depending on the drive mode. It's crisp, legible, and offers all the performance data you'd want, from lap timers to G-force meters. Ford's Sync 5 infotainment system is housed in a smaller 8-inch screen, intentionally minimal so as not to distract the driver. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and voice commands are all present, but don't expect luxury-level features. This is a driver's car, first and foremost. Cabin materials are a mix of hard plastics and soft-touch suede inserts, which reflect the car's dual nature, track-ready but still street-legal. The back seat is there, but let's be honest, it's best used for a helmet, a backpack, or perhaps a couple of racing gloves. Cargo space in the trunk remains decent, allowing enough room for a track day toolkit or weekend getaway bags. In terms of safety, the Boss 302 includes standard stability control, traction control, and multiple airbags. Advanced driver aids like lane keeping and adaptive cruise control are not included, and honestly, they shouldn't be. This isn't a commuter car, it's a muscle-bound machine built for the thrill of driving. It doesn't need to steer for you. It demands that you steer it. And finally, pricing. The 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 302 starts at around $59,995 for the base model and goes up to about $68,000 with the full track package and carbon fiber upgrades. When you consider what you're getting, race-bred performance, an iconic badge, and pure analog fun, it's hard to argue against the value. In a world increasingly dominated by electric motors and digital isolation, the Boss 302 reminds us of what driving used to feel like, and what it should still feel like. So there you have it, the 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 302. It's a car that doesn't compromise. It doesn't coddle. It challenges you. It invites you into the driver's seat not just to get from point A to point B, but to feel alive on every curve, every straight, and every shift of the gear. This isn't just another Mustang. It's a declaration. The Boss is back, and it's ready to lead once again. Thanks for tuning into JCarMania. If you love real muscle, stay subscribed for more performance reviews just like this. Let us know in the comments, would you take the Boss 302 over the Camaro ZL1 or Dodge Challenger Scat Pack? Until next time, keep your revs high and your tires warm.